first, the profile of Morocco. But before that, let me introduce myself first. Hi, my name is Nur Sofia Auni, and today I will present about the profile and the demographic of Morocco. The Maghreb, or Arab West, is the region of North America most westerly of which is the Kingdom of Morocco. It features coastline on both the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, a rough mountainous interior, and a history of independence that is unique among its neighbors. Four major languages used in Morocco are French, Spanish, Arabic, and Berber, officially. In 1999, Mohammed VI was crowned king. He started political and economic reforms as well as an inquiry into abuse of human rights under his father's government. Next is demographic factors. First, the nationality. Their major ethnic is Arab Berber, 99%, and minor ethnic is others, 1%. Next, the population of Morocco currently are about 38.1 million. The majority of Moroccans, roughly 99%, are thought to be Sunni Muslim, either religiously or culturally. Since the State of Israel was founded in 1948, the Jewish population has seen a dramatic decline. There are currently 2,500 Moroccan Jews living there. Numerous Moroccan Jews who reside in Europe, Israel, and North America frequently travel there. Lastly, they speak Arabic. Other Moroccans that identify as Arab Berbers typically do so because they speak Arabic, are required to speak Arabic, or need to speak Berber. Thank you. That's all from me.
Next, we move to the population of the Morocco. Based on the Worldometer elaboration of the latest United Nations data, which known as UN, the population of the Morocco is approximately 37 millions of people as of July 2022. The Morocco population during 2020 is estimated at 36,910,560 people at the median according to the UN data. This population is equivalent to 0.47% of the total world population, which is ranking them to the number of 40 in the list of countries and dependencies by population. The total area is 446,300 km per square, and by 2020, it's 63.3% of the total land area population is the urban area in the Morocco. Next, we move to the Morocco's industry. Morocco's economy is dominated by the agriculture sector, which employs nearly 33.2% of the workforce and contributes 11.7% of GDP. The government has focused on this sector through its Green Morocco Plan and Agricultural Development Fund because wheat, citrus fruits, grapes, vegetables, argan oils, olive, and wine are their country's main crops. They also have relatively small amount of mineral resources, which is the phosphates. These phosphates are their main source of wealth, and it contributes 26.1% of the GDP and employs 23% of the workforce. Other than that, the main sectors in Morocco are textiles, leather goods, food processing, oil refining, and electronic assembly. However, new sector has been booming recently in their country, such as chemistry, automotive parts, computer, electronic, and the aerospace industry. The automotive industry in particular has been growing in the last decade with double-digit annual growth in terms of job creation and export. And it's becoming the country's main exporting sector and Africa's main automotive hub. The emergence of this new industry should allow the country to reduce its dependence on the agriculture sector, because Morocco's industrial sector is the largest beneficiary of foreign direct investment.
Hi, I am Rufatina Jubinti Awang from KBA111A, and my matric number is 2020378423. I'm going to take a look of the recent development of business trading partners in Morocco. First of all, in 2019, Morocco major trading partners countries for export were Spain, France, Italy, United States, and Germany. And for imports, they were Spain, France, China, United States, and Italy. Then I would love to describe more details about Moroccan trade, which it is still dominated by its main import and export partner France. Although France's share in Moroccan trade is declining in favor of the US, the Persian Gulf region and China. If seen as a single entity, the EU is by far Morocco's largest trading partner. In recent years, Morocco has reduced its dependence on phosphate exports, emerging as an exporter of manufactured and agricultural products, and as a growing tourism destination. However, it is a competitiveness in basic manufactured goods, such as textile, is hampered by low labor productivity and high wages. Morocco is dependent on imported fuel, and its food import requirement can rise substantially in drought years, as in 2007. Morocco signed in 1996 an agreement of association with the European Union, which came into effect in 2000. This agreement, which lies within the scope of the Barcelona Process Euro-Mediterranean Partnership, started in 1995 and envisages the progressive implementation of a free trade area plan for 2012.
Next, we move to Morocco business culture. Morocco people is basically the mix of Arabic, Muslim, Berber, and French cultures, has given the Morocco a complex business ethic. As most Moroccans are practicing Muslims, Islamic values have influence on the business culture. Nonetheless, many of its business practices are based on the French system, such as strong hierarchy and close personal relationship are the outstanding characteristics of the Moroccan business culture. Decision-making in Moroccan companies is mostly top-down and employee participation is rather limited. Decisions are not reached quickly and require several rounds of negotiation. Personal relationships play an important role in striking a deal with Moroccan business partners. Most prefer to get know their foreign counterparts before they do business with them. The first culture that they practice in their business is first contact. Making a good first impression is crucial when meeting Moroccan business connections, since Moroccans can be reluctant to do business with strangers. Moroccan partners may inquire about matters that Westerners might deem private or unimportant at a first meeting. Higher socioeconomic level Moroccans could be more reserved and may not necessarily, like individuals, becoming too cozy when they first meet. The majority of negotiations are conducted in French, so it is advisable to have an interpreter. Next is time management. Business relationships in Morocco are more relaxed about time than they are in most other Western nations. Not everyone believes that being punctual is a virtue. Even if you might have to wait, it is still crucial to be on time for meetings. Rarely is a discussing agenda time in advance, and discussion may begin and end a lot later than expected. The last one is greetings and titles. The way you greet a business contact in Morocco depends on their gender. Handshakes are customarily on the loose side when meeting someone of the same gender. Women could also greet each other by giving each other 3 alternating cheek kisses. The best course of action when meeting someone of the other gender is to accept their hand. Most devout Muslims will avoid shaking hands with someone of the opposite gender. A nod and a smile will do in that situation. Unless you know each other by first name, it is advisable to address your business partner as Mr., Mistress, and Mrs.
So now, I will explain to you what do's and don'ts if you want to do a business in Morocco. First of all, Morocco is still a Muslim nation where Arabic is the primary language. As a result, developing appropriate cultural sensitivity is a good idea. Business clothes must be formal and understated. While males should dress in suits and ties, ladies should make sure their arms and legs are covered. And the second thing that we have to do is be on the specific time, such as appointments should be scheduled in advance and avoid during prayer times. You should verify with your local contact for the timings of the prayers and bring an interpreter. Then we turn to the things that we should not do in this business, which is exchanging things with left hand. The exchanging of business cards is not subject to any set rules. Giving out business cards with at least one side in French or Arabic is advised. but we would advise to not exchanging business card with the left hand, as the left hand is seen as unclean in most other Muslim nations. Then the other one is do not give alcohol as a gift. Once they get to know you, Moroccan business partners may welcome you to their home. In that case, it is highly advised to bring a present. It is appropriate to present flowers, fruits, or pastries, but you need to avoid giving alcohol as a gift, unless you are certain that your local equivalent consumes alcohol.